You are listening to the Lose Weight for the Last Time podcast with yours truly, Laura Conley. Hey, babes, you heard that right. We're going back. It is Lose Weight for the Last Time at 2.0. We are decoupling. This is a conscious uncoupling of the Free the Moms podcast and the Lose Weight for the Last Time podcast. They're gonna be split. Conscious uncoupling. There's gonna be a Free the Moms podcast. And this feed is going to go back to Lose Weight for the Last Time with Laura Conley. So every other week, now I'm going to drop some bonuses that might be every other week, every week, because you guys, I'm trying not to overextend myself. I'm trying not to overcommit, which I can tend to do because I get all excited. So every other week on Tuesday, you will get a Lose Weight for the Last Time podcast. Now, if you are loving the Free the Moms content, you are going to want to subscribe to the Free the Moms podcast. That's going to be a fresh new feed. But if you've been a long-time listener, you don't have to do anything. You just stay here. And if you want to add yourself to Free the Moms, great. Free the Moms, it's going to be all about mom stuff, right? People pleasing, perfectionism, trying to act a little bit more like Chad and a little bit less like, I don't know, Karen. Anyways, I'm kind of half kidding, but the Free the Moms podcast is going to be dedicated to all things Free the Moms. The Lose Weight for the Last Time podcast, this podcast is going to be dedicated to all things health, wellness, losing weight for the last time. We're going to talk about peptides on here too. We are going to talk about all of the things. We're going back to the basics. So let's dive right in. I'm so excited about this. Oh, and the other thing, you guys, is I want to know, what do you want to hear about? What questions do you have? I want to be more engaged with you. I don't want that. You've heard me say this before. I don't want this to be a one-way conversation. I want this to be a two-way conversation, babe. Reciprocate me, babe. Oh my God, I'm a little excited about this conscious uncoupling. Okay, so my point here, DM me on Instagram at Laura Conley Coaching. Say hi. Tell me what questions you have. Today, we're answering the question of, what if I'm just someone who can't keep their word to themselves? Like, what if that's just who I am? What if it's just a character trait? Okay. So I got this question earlier today, and we're going to unpack it. We're going to unpack it together. But before we do that, I want to make sure that you guys get access to my 21-day challenge. It's called Lose 10 Pounds by Memorial Day without doing stuff that you hate and while life is lifing. And it's 21 days. It's $21, which, come on, you guys, $1 a day, where you get to learn all the yummy, mummy, best kept secrets, all the things my high ticket clients pay for in 21 days. We're going to meet every day, Monday through Friday, on Zoom or Instagram Live. We're going to have an Instagram chat where we're able to coach you. I'm able to coach you. You're able to ask questions. It's going to be so fun. So you better go to lauraconley.com/drop, DROP, and the number 10 to get your spot. We start April 8th and we go to April 28th. It is going to be, I've done nothing like this before. This really is, you guys, new and different than anything I've ever offered. So if you love the 5-day challenges in the past, you're going to love this even more. So go get your spot right now. Seriously, you guys, this is like the other holiday season, right? This is Easter. This is Mother's Day. This is Maycember. This is summer starting. And you guys, we can't wait till May. We have to get healthy now. And I want to inspire you because it's possible. It's not too good to be true. Even if you've tried year after year after year to get healthy for the summer, to get hot mom summer happening, it's still possible. I pinky promise you, you guys. So go ahead and sign up now. All right. So this episode, what do I do if I can't keep my word to myself? I'm really good, my clients will say, right? Like, I'm really good at keeping my word to other people, but I'm not so good at keeping my word to myself. Like, what do I do if that's just who I am? It's just like a character flaw of mine. So here's the deal, you guys. Have you heard this about habits and habit creation and being able to perform habits that serve you and give you results that you want? Your identity has to match it. So if you have the thought, this is not a fact, right? When I was coaching my client earlier today, she really thought it was a fact. She really thought this is just like how I came. And I used to think this too. I used to get so mad at my husband because he would just like follow through on all of the promises he made to himself without even telling anybody, without ever even having like outer accountability. And so my client, she comes to me and she's like, this is just the way I made. She literally thought it was a fact. And here's the deal, you guys, your identity is malleable. You can change it. You can become a different person. So if you thinking the thought, and you guys may have a different thought, and you guys, P.S., this is also applicable to other things besides weight loss. Anything that you say after the word I or I am is really important. You want to make sure it's really deliberate and you've chosen it, right? Because my client really thought this about herself. She thought, well, I'm just somebody who can't follow through on her word to herself. So what does that create, you guys, right? What does that create when we think that? I used to think that too. It's totally normal. Then we don't follow through on it. Our thoughts, this is not a fact. This is just, she was just having this thought about herself. I was having this thought about myself. Our thoughts create a result. So if you believe that, you will create that in your life, right? Because what happens? You think it, I just can't follow through on my own word. I can't keep my own promises to myself. Then how do you feel? You notice you haven't done, you notice you don't follow through on something. And then what? Get frustrated. And then what do? Go into the pantry for a little relief. And then what? You don't follow through and you don't lose weight, or fill in the blank, whatever thing you want to create with yourself. Okay. So she came in like looking for hacks, like, Laura, like, how do you get me to follow through? And we'll talk about that. And that is a part of what I teach. Like, we teach tips and tricks, right? But it won't work as well if your identity doesn't match it. So her work, number one, is to upgrade her identity. She needs to start believing that she's somebody that can learn the skill of following through on her own word to herself, right? So right now she's thinking the thought, which is an option. She doesn't have to believe it, right? She doesn't have to believe that this is who she is, even though she's believed it for her whole entire life. And she literally thought it was a fact. This is where coaching is so beneficial, right? Because you can't see what you can't see, you guys. You really can't. And that's why the Yummy Mummy is so, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but to toot my own horn. Like, it's really so powerful, because she even said to me, she's like, I actually know this, but I couldn't see it for myself. It was really cool, because that's why I get coached, because I can't see what I can't see. I need you to do it, coach. Coach me up, babe. Okay. So instead of thinking and believing that this is just how she is, she needs to start practicing. I am somebody who honors their own word, who keeps their promises. And if that feels like too much of a stretch, you guys, you can go to, I'm someone who's learning how to be, because I know now that this is a skill. And then your job is to go collect evidence for how it's true that you've already, right? When I pushed her, she had examples of how she does actually follow through on her word. It's so fascinating, because what you look for is what you will see, right? When you make, and I want you guys being really, really strict, being really strict with your brain. When you really push your brain so that it's working for you, not against you, it will. So prior to our coaching call, she had books and she had a whole library of stories and evidence on why it was true she couldn't follow through on her word. But when I really pushed her, when push came to shove, when I said, I will give you a literal $1 billion if you can tell me 5 examples of how you followed through on, she can do it. She would be able to, and so will you. I promise you. I know you want to argue with me on this, but but why? Why are you arguing for your own limitations? Sorry to get like harsh with you. I know, harsh coaching. I told you we were going to make this freaking Lose Weight for the Last Time 2.0 so freaking good. We're just going for it. We're just going to chat it up over here. Not CHAT, CHAD. Because you know what? Chad doesn't have a filter, because Chad doesn't give an F. Okay. So now I'm pushing her to write chapter after chapter of how it's true and how she's going to continue to follow through on her word, how she's going to keep her promise to herself, right? The reticular activating system. It's a little mechanism in your brain. You tell it what to look for, what to pay attention for. Pay attention to. What she was doing was telling her brain to pay attention to when I don't honor my word. And then it keeps seeing it and keeps seeing it and keeps seeing it, right? It's confirmation bias. And so now we're training her brain to do the opposite, which will serve her, because what happens when she thinks the thought and she forms the belief that I am someone who is learning to honor their own word? She told me this. She feels optimistic. She feels positive. She feels confident. And then what does she do? She honors her word. It really is like magic. And if this feels like too good to be true, try me, babes. Test me out. Let's go. Okay. So I want you to think about this for you. Like, what are your default identities that maybe aren't serving you? Like, oh, I'm just a perfectionist. Oh, I'm just a people pleaser. Oh, I hold my word. I keep my word to other people, but not to myself. Do you want that to be true? Oh, I'm just a sugar fiend. It's just who I am. I'm just a sugaraholic. It's just who I am. Or like, I'm just big boned and we just come from a long line of like potato farmers. It's just who I am. No, I'm just blah, 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 fill in the blank. You want to start to examine those identities and to notice, are they serving me? And you know what? A lot of times we've been given identities. I'm the smart sister, or I'm the fill in the blank sister, or I'm the blah, blah, blah one. It's like, are you? Do you want to be? Do you choose that? Because you create your own identities now. Now that you've listened to this and you know this, start playing the game of what follows the words I am. Like, just notice in your conversations and then let me know. Tell me what you find. Because so often we think this is just who I am. And it's actually a self-fulfilling prophecy that is giving us the opposite of what we want. Okay. So try it on, you guys. Let me know what you think, because I promise you can upgrade your identity. And sometimes, you guys, upgrading your identity is not comfortable, which is so bananas, because like for this client, she's going to upgrade her identity, but she might not want to because of cognitive dissonance. When it's literally like an identity crisis. She's becoming this new woman, but it doesn't feel good, because what feels good for us as humans is the familiar. So what's familiar for her is not keeping her own promise, which is so crazy because it's to her own detriment. So I do want to call it out, you guys. If you are upgrading your identity to be a receiver, to be more magnetic, to be abundant, to be a super attractor, to be a patient mom, to be a hot mom, to be somebody who keeps their word to themselves, whoever you want to be, just notice when your brain tries to pull you back into the familiar, pull you back. And it's your job to redirect your lower brain, your instinctive brain. It operates on the motivational triad, which part of that triad, well, the whole triad, I'll just give it to you. Seek pleasure. That's number 1. 2, avoid pain. 3, do it as easy as possible. You know what's easy? Familiar. Familiar is easy. Easy is familiar. Okay. So the crisis that you will go through is normal to become the best version of yourself, the upgraded, your future self, however you want to say it. Crisis just means to sift. So you're just sifting. You're just sifting out your old self, the part of you that doesn't serve you anymore, with love. You're letting those little pieces sift through the sifter with love. You're not mad at your old self. You're not mad at you for being that way. You're just gently, lovingly upgrading the software. Okay. Because out of the box, the software, it's not so great. It's like an iPhone 1, but we have the opportunity to be like an iPhone 97. It's the best. So play this game with me, you guys. Look around. We've probably done this on the podcast before, but look around your room right now. Look around. Nugget. Oh my God. Nugget caught my daughter's unicorn. Nugget, get over here. You guys, freaking Nugget got out of my house today. He escaped And he didn't have a freaking collar on it that had an air tag because I had just given him a bath. Oh my God, he's so cute. And my son left the gate open and he escaped. And I didn't even notice he escaped because I'm like chit-chatting with my husband on FaceTime. And meanwhile, my son told me he couldn't get the gate closed. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll help you. So my son did the right thing. And then freaking Nugget still escaped. So I'm panicking. I'm like panic running around the neighborhood, screaming, panic texting my neighbors. And I cannot find him. I start like crying. I am like literally having a panic attack because like you guys know he is my literal baby dog soulmate. Like my head was playing out all the worst case scenarios. I was like, oh my God, you know what the worst? This is so bad. I was like, I wasn't that worried that he got run over, and I wasn't that worried that he got like eaten by a coyote. I was just worried that somebody was gonna steal him because that's how cute I think he is. I think my friends were like, Lori, he's not that cute. But he's like, oh my God, you guys, he is so cute. Anyways. I was hyper running through the neighborhood. I had the whole neighborhood out on watch, people on bikes, people in cars. And I'm like bawling my eyes out. And I'm walking down one of the paths. And this woman comes up to me and she's like, because I'm screaming, Nugget, Nugget. And she's like, oh, did you just lose a dog? Because I think he's right over there. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like running over there. And she's like, yeah, he just like literally, he found me and my friend and he went for a 2-mile walk with us around the neighborhood. He just walked with us. And then he decided to go home. So guess where he was? In my house after his walk. He's like, Mom, you're not going to walk me? I'm going to go get my own walk, lady. Anyways, I had to tell you that story. Okay, so anyways, look around your room. We're going back to the game. Look around your room and tell me right now, just count inside your brain. Tell me how many blue things can you see in your room right now? Just count. Or your car, or wherever you are. Look around. Count 1, 2, 3. How many blue things? Okay. Close your eyes. Don't use your memory. How many red things did you see? Don't use your memory. Don't use your memory. How many red things did you see? Did you see like 17 blue things and like 3 red things? Why? Why is that true? Look around. There's probably more red things than blue things, or it's equal, or you get my point, right? What you look for is what you will see. What you look for is what you will see. Bananas. What you look for is what you see. So you might as well look for things that serve you and give you the results that you want. Every day. This has been going on 6 months. Every day, almost every day, my chosen feeling is to be in awe, to feel in awe of life. And I cannot tell you, right? What you appreciate, appreciates. I think that's Lynn Twist. It's so cool. It really works. I mean, it's just bananas good. So why am I saying bananas like 100 times today? I'm so weird. Okay. So have I got you guys bought in on this? I want you to practice this. What you look for is what you see. Who do you want to be? Be that person. I am statements. Live your life on purpose and the results will flow in, and it's just freaking magic. Okay. Am I going to see you inside this 21-day challenge or what? Like, get in there because $21. It's like free. It's like 2 coffees at this point. Seriously, get in there. $21. This will be the best $21 you ever spend. Laura Conley, that's LauraCon. Go right now. Right now. No, put it down. Don't do it later. Literally, get out your phone. Get out the Google Chrome, the Safari, LauraConley.com/DROP and the number 10. Go sign up. It's going to be the best $21 you've ever freaking spent. We're starting April 8th. Every day we're going to be together at 9:30 Mountain Time for between 15 and 25 minutes. It's going to be so special. You don't have to come live. It's totally fine. We'll send out the replay. But yeah, this will be come on, you guys. You're going to lose 10 pounds by Memorial Day. And so much more than that. You're going to lose that 10 pounds and forever. You're going to learn these skills that create sustainable weight loss, whether you're on a GLP-1 or not. You know what's so fascinating about all these GLP-1s? Is you need other tools. I'm sorry. It's not a magic pill. It's not a one tool kind of thing. You need all the tool. Okay. I love you. I hope you're excited that there is a Lose Weight for the Last Time podcast that is separate from the Free the Moms podcast. I hope that you follow, share, both. Love you a long time. Have the best week ever. Ciao, ciao. Hit me up. What topics you have, what questions you have. Freaking love you guys. I love you so much.